This is Becca Hammond, and you're listening to the Burlington Talks podcast. What's new, 802? The Burlington Talks podcast may include graphic or explicit content. Listener discretion is advised. It's November 11th, 2019, and I'm recording the special intro episode to my podcast. This intro episode is going to be a little bit different than the rest of the podcast because I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself and a little bit about the podcast itself. Here we go. Becca Hammond, hey, that's me, asks the question, what's new, 802, in Burlington Talks, a podcast for the people of Burlington, Vermont. Once a week, Burlington Talks supplies you with updates on what to do in the 802. These episodes include weather, a list of events happening around the Queen City, and other important facts to keep you informed for the week ahead. Vermont residents get a chance to speak out on Burlington Talks. Subscribe for interviews from local business owners, artists, musicians, bands, writers, comedians, event planners, and other interesting Vermonters. Check in for the Out and About episodes recorded on-site at different locations in and around the city of Burlington. Exploring the Green Mountain State and interviewing residents at the same time, Burlington Talks will bring a whole new perspective to the people of Vermont. If you are from Burlington, this is the podcast to tell your story, share your work, or spread your message. Burlington Talks aims to bring the community in the greater Vermont area together and help spread support for local projects of all types. Please contact Becca Hammond, that's me again, if you'd like to collaborate. So the description I just read to you basically tells you everything you need to know about the podcast. I really want to collaborate with people. I want to introduce the audience of this podcast to the new and interesting things happening around the city, in Vermont in general. I want to go and meet Vermonters and bring your perspective to the show. I just want to have fun and meet people. It's going to be great. I hope you're ready for it. I don't want to miss out on cool concerts, and I don't want you to miss out on them either. My name is Becca Hammond, and I was born in St. Albans, Vermont, and I was raised on a dairy farm in Berkshire, Vermont, which is right on the Canadian border in Franklin County, if you're wondering where I'm talking about. I went to college at VTC in Randolph, and I studied electrical engineering. Now I work as a software engineer at a really awesome company in South Burlington, and I really love my job. I've lived in a few different places around Vermont, but I really love the city. I moved here in the fall of 2018. I love living in the South End. I love being close to everything. Pine Street's amazing. Burlington in general is amazing. I love the community. I love the vibe. I love all the cool shops that are hidden everywhere. But the problem is I can't seem to find places. And this podcast is going to help introduce me to all sorts of interesting places, and it's also going to help introduce you to them too. So some random facts about me. I play a bunch of different instruments. My main instrument is bass guitar. I've been playing that since I was 11, which is over 16 years now, which blows my mind completely. I also play guitar, I play ukulele, I sing. I've done random stints on all sorts of other instruments throughout my life, but I really like playing 8-string ukulele right now, and bass guitar, as always. I love animals because I grew up on the dairy farm. I love all animals, but I do have 2 cats. One is an orange tiger named French Fry, and the other is a gray calico, and she's very smudgy, and her name is Mischief, technically, but I just call her Squeak because she squeaks a lot. And that is enough about me. Let us get on with the episodes that are far more interesting about the cool things that are happening in the city and talking to the cool people around the city. I want to thank you so much for listening. If you're hearing this before November 19th, that's when I'm hoping to launch with 1 event episode and 2, also an interview. If you'd like to contact me to collaborate or tell me about events that you want me to share on the show, and I hope that you do, just send me an email, Becca, Becca, @burlingtontalks.com. You can also find me on Facebook at Burlington Talks. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Please collaborate with me. I already have about 6 interviews lined up with new interesting bands, with new business owners. It's going to be really exciting. If you want to share your stuff, get in touch with me. That's Becca at burlingtontalks.com. Have a great day.